NLWN-TV now brings you the In the Dugout show. A look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, join us in the dugout.
Good evening, and welcome to today's edition of In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's game as the Eau Claire Cavaliers, who are 10-6 overall, take on the Marshfield Chaparrals in Culligan Sterling Water and YMCA of the Chippewa Valley night at Carson Park. Now, coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Marshfield Chaparrals. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale's perspective on today's game in the Pete Bartingale Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League to see where things stand heading into the All-Star break. Also, we'll take a moment to get to know one of this season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game from Carson Park. So it's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that. Coming up right after this brief timeout, you're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Now, in a few minutes, the Eau Claire Cavaliers will try to head into the All-Star break on a positive note as they take on the Marshfield Chaparrals in Culligan Sterling Water and YMCA of the Chippewa Valley night from Carson Park. Now, last Wednesday, the Cavaliers improved their CRBL record to 7-5 and their overall record to 10-6 with a 13-5 drubbing of the Beef River Bullfrogs in a game that was up for grabs until the 8th inning. Now, in that game, the Cavaliers got effective pitching from Ethan Kjellberg, who picked up his much-deserved first win of the season by going 8 innings, scattering 8 hits, striking out 8, and walking only 1. He did give up 5 runs, but only 3 of those were earned. Finishing things up for the Cavaliers in a non-save situation was Lucas Costley, who threw a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th while striking out 2. Meanwhile, at the plate, the Cavaliers took advantage of 11 hits, 8 walks, and 6 batters who were hit by the pitch, coming up with their 13 runs. Now, the leading hitters for the Cavaliers included Cooper Kapanke, who gave the Cavaliers a lead they wouldn't give up with a towering home run in the 6th inning over the left field fence. Bartles looks in, takes a sign, runner takes off. Fly ball, this is deep, it's got a chance, and they're just watching it. Goodbye baseball over the mega sign, and Cooper Kapanke hits his first one of the season. A 2-run shot over the left center field wall. That'll make the score Cavaliers 6 and the Bullfrogs 5. He also tripled to lead off the 5th inning. Here's the wind in the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. And that's Bern Johnson. It's over his head, bounces off the wall. Kapanke round second. He's heading for third, and he's going to stand up. Well, he's going to slide, but he could have stood up with a triple. Kapanke ended up 3 for 3 on the night, scored 3 times, picked up 2 RBIs, and was only a double away from hitting for the cycle. And let's tip our hats to Xavier Bemninster, who proves that good things come to those who wait. Bemninster has been waiting, and in that game, he picked up his first hit of the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Liner out into center field, and it falls in for a base hit. Heading to third is Voller, and he checks in safely. And Xavier Bemninster has his first hit of the season. Now today the Cavaliers take on the Marshfield Chaparrals. The Chaparrals play in the Dairyland League, playing teams mostly from central Wisconsin. Although we don't know much about the Chaparrals, we do know that they started the season off slowly, going 1-5 in their first 6 games. On the mound, the Chaparrals are led by a couple of collegiate pitchers. From UW Stout, they have Chase Higgins, and from Winona State, they signed Chandler Schmidt. Other than that tidbit of information, we haven't been able to get much from the Chaparrals, so I guess we'll find out more about them as today's game progresses. Now, coming into today's game, leading the way at the plate for the Cavaliers is Cooper Kapanke, who comes in batting .385. He's followed by Connor O'Reilly and Chase Yeager, who are each swinging for .375 averages. Caden Erickson is at .364, while Campbell Kapanke and Ben Boda are each hitting .353. Rounding out the Cavaliers hitting over .300 are Jackson Vance at .333 and Josh Garcia at .310. Leading the way on the mound for the Cavs, among those pitchers who have at least 8 innings pitched, is Lucas Costley. Costley has a 2-1 record with a 0.34 ERA. He has a whip of 1.09 and an opponent's batting average of 161. He's followed by Austin Gatch, who comes in with a 4-0 record and a 2.75 ERA and a whip of 1.21, as well as Ethan Kelberg with a record of 1-3 and a 4.55 ERA and a whip of 1.55. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get manager Pete Bartingale's perspective as we chat with him on the Pete Bartingale Show. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Most of the military folks I know, I think we've all lost fellow service members to suicide, and female veterans die by suicide more often than female non-veterans. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide. Service never stops.
Time now for the Pete Bartingale Show, where Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale gives us his perspective on today's game. And now, the Pete Bartingale Show.
Once again, we're talking with Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale. And Pete, as usual, before we get into today's game, we need to take a quick look back at last week's game where the Cavs used some timely hitting and patience in their 13-5 win over the Beef River Bullfrogs. Your comments about that game?
Yeah, I thought we got off to a little bit of a slow start there. I don't think we've been playing as much, but I thought Kelberg pitched a really nice game. He kept Beef River off balance, and I think the biggest adjustment in the CRBL is sometimes you just don't know what team's going to show up. I mean, Beef River kind of had an entirely different team, and they picked up 3 Memorial guys there, some of their top players, and they were very competitive. So, and to think that I think they're in last place in the CRBL, where it really speaks to kind of the competitiveness of the league, and in any given night you have to show up and bring your A game, and that's what we told our guys. But I was proud of them for coming back, and Cooper Kapanke got a big, what do you have, 3 hits in that game. He played really well, and we had some timely hitting there, and we got a big win for us, and now we have to move on and go forward into the second half of the season.
Now, the Cavalier Bats were able to get going against the Bullfrog. You mentioned Cooper. He came just a double shy of hitting for the cycle. And more importantly, in my mind, though, was the patience that the hitters showed in making sure that the Bullfrog pitchers were throwing strikes. Your thoughts about how important that kind of patience can be?
Yeah, and that's been kind of the message here. As I've gotten to know all the players, people don't realize I really didn't get this team till the end of January, 1st of February. So I do know some of the players, but some of them are new. But I thought we were too aggressive the first half of the season, swinging at too many first pitch strikes. And I think we just need to sit back, wait a little bit, be a little more patient, and get our pitch. And I think we've been doing that. And that speaks to our record a little bit now. What are we, 10-6 now, I believe. 7-5 in the CRBL, and I think we started off 1-2. So we really, when you look at our stats and everything, we have a lot of good hitters. I don't think we have any weakness in our lineup. It's just our guys need to be more patient, look for their pitch. And Cooper Kapanke does a really nice job of that. Caden Erickson does a really nice job of that, and we just need to get others to do that as well. Hopefully, we'll get Ryan Vinny back. And Gabe O'Brien does a nice job of that. He's patient enough to know that he can hit with 2 strikes.
And who knows, maybe after last week's game, you got a fire lit under Xavier Bemninster, and he's going to start hitting the ball too, because he finally got one.
Yeah, well, Xavier's got off to a little bit slow start, but people have to realize that he was a pitcher only at Hamlin, so he wasn't getting a lot of reps. And I had him in travel for 3 years, so he's a good hitter. He's a really great defender in center field. If you notice that, he catches just everything that goes out there. So we continue to work with him and hitting, and he wants to become a 2-way player at Hamlin next year. He spoke to the coaches about that, and he's a really good hitter. He's just a little behind. You got to keep in mind, for the last 2 years, he just doesn't hit a whole lot at Hamlin.
Now, the Cavalier pitching of Ethan Kjellberg and Lucas Costley kept things under control in this last game. But how about commenting about the kind of surprise that you found from the quality of pitching that the Cavaliers have shown this year, that overall you've had pretty solid pitching, generally speaking?
Yeah, Costley's done a really great job. He'll be going back to Stout this year, and he's an all-star this year. He made the all-star team, and I'm really proud of him for that. He'll pitch on Friday night at Carson Park, and he's certainly deserving, and Kjellberg is as well. And I really wanted to get Austin Getch in there, but he just did not have enough innings in the CRBL when I was at the meeting the other night. He's 4-0 for us, and he's pitched really well. But unfortunately, it just goes by CRBL stats, and I lobbied for him, but it just didn't couldn't get him in there. But like I said at the beginning of the year, we lost 3 great pitchers from the Cavaliers last year in Petit, Hesselman, and Halverson. And, that would hurt any team. Those guys are great pitchers. And we just have kind of gone into a moderate rebuild a little bit. But Kjellberg's pitched really well. Costley's pitched really well. And we'll start Jackson Vance tonight against Marshfield, and I think he's going to be a moderate surprise. I'm hoping he is. As I've spoken to him a little bit, that he needs to maybe take a new role on this team, and that might be just pitching a little bit more for this team, because what I've seen from him to this point, I've been very impressed.
Well, I know that in his last performance on the mound, he held things pretty tight and did a real fine job. So that could be exciting tonight. Now, in just a few minutes, you kind of alluded to it. The Cavs are facing off against the Marshfield Chaparrals, and that's a team from the central part of the state. And they're a perennial qualifier for the WBA tournament. Now, in what ways will this game be a stepping stone for the Cavs to be ready for the CRBL playoffs and the upcoming WBA playoffs?
Well, I spoke to the guys about this, and that we need to use this game tonight as a setup for the Wisconsin tournament and the CRBL tournament. We're going to get more people on the mound, so we'll start with Vance, and then probably I want to get Bemister out there. Reese Lucas, I want to get out there as well. So we might be pitching by committee tonight, and Getch should get in there as well. So, but we need to use this game as a stepping stone for that. And what I've told the guys is use it as like a playoff game, because I think one of the toughest teams we played all year was Hudson. I really liked that team. I thought they were really well coached, and they were a younger team, but they were quick, fast, and everyone in their lineup had great arms, if you notice. So, and we won that game. So, I thought they were one of the tougher teams we've played, and I know Marshfield's going to be a solid team tonight. So, we need to use this and as a stepping stone going forward into our bigger games that are coming up, because we have Tilden and Osseo coming here in the next couple weeks, and those are big games for us.
Yeah, in fact, Osseo a week from tonight. So it doesn't get any easier, does it?
No, it doesn't, but I think we're ready. I'd rather catch Osseo. Well, I mean, some people may say catch them at the beginning of the year, but we know they're a great team. But I think right now we're kind of starting to hit on all cylinders a little bit defensively and pitching and hitting a little bit. So I feel pretty good going into that game. We know they're a great team, but anytime you have a Ryan Freitag in the lineup, it's going to be tough. But But I feel we have a tough team too, and I think some people have forgotten about us a little bit because we're kind of in the middle of the pack. And I'm hoping maybe we'll sneak up on the teams here in the second round, because I think we're coming into our own a little bit. We're coming together a little bit, because keep in mind we just didn't. It was kind of a moderate rebuild there at the beginning of the year, and some people just didn't know each other. But we have a guy like Connor O'Reilly who made the All-Star team this year. He's hitting over 400 that I don't think anybody knew of really. Played for the Blue Goals for a little bit, but he's had an amazing year for us, and I think we'll lead him off.
He made it. He made it as an outfielder, and
Yep.
yet one of the most valuable things he's been doing for you is filling in for Cole Timon behind the plate.
Yeah, and there's 3 other catchers that made it. I can't think of them, but they're 3 great. One from Tilden, one from Chippewa, and I think another one maybe from Bloomer. But yeah, Connor's done a great job there. But he'll probably DH or EH in that All-Star game. But he's hit really well for us, and I think he'll lead off tonight. He's 6'3", 6'4", but he's a fast 6'3", 6'4". And if you look at his stats, he walks quite a bit and he puts the ball in play. So I'm still kind of looking for a leadoff hitter on this team. Not that anyone's done a bad job at it. I'm just still kind of looking for that guy to be our leadoff. Gabe O'Brien's tried it the last few games, and I kind of like him more in that 3-4 hole in the middle of the lineup. So we'll try Connor tonight and see how he does. And Cole Timon will be a game time decision. I'm not quite sure where his ankle is, and we've been just kind of banged up the whole year, and we're kind of starting to get a little healthy now, and that's a good thing for the Cavaliers.
So a lot of excitement for the second half of the season. Well, Pete, good luck in today's game, and hopefully the Cavaliers can continue to head into the All-Star break on a positive note.
Sounds great. Thanks, Rick.
You've been tuned to the Pete Bartengale Show with Cavalier manager Pete Bartengale's outlook on today's game. Stay tuned, more of In the Dugout is coming right up on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to In the Dugout, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's game between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Marshfield Chaparrals. Today's game heads us into the proverbial midway point of the season, so it could be seen as a good time to check on how things stand in the Chippewa River Baseball League. Last Sunday, the Tilden Tigers tightened up the race for the title in the CRBL by sweeping a doubleheader from the Eau Claire Rivermen 19-4 and 8-2. Meanwhile, the Beef River Bullfrogs bounced back from their loss to the Cavaliers a week ago to take 2 from the Bloomer Woodticks 7-4 and 8-6. Therefore, following Sunday's play, the Chippewa River standings are as follows. The Osseo Merchants remained in first place with a 9-1 record. In second place at 11-2 are the Tilden Tigers, only percentage points behind. The Eau Claire Bears are right behind them at 8-2, only 1 game out of first. The Jim Falls Sturgeons are currently in fourth place at 7-4. They're 2.5 games out. Climbing into fifth place are the Cavaliers. They are 3 games back with a 7-5 league record and only a half a game out of the final playoff position. Sitting in sixth place are the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks at 6-5. Now in seventh place are the Eau Claire Rivermen, who are 6.5 games back. The Cadott Red Sox are 7.5 games out, while the Beef River Bullfrogs are 8 games back. The Bloomer Woodticks round out the standings and are 8.5 games out. In league action tonight, the Cadott Red Sox travel to John Soine Field in Osseo to take on the Osseo Merchants. Then the league will take the annual All-Star break, with the North All-Stars taking on the South All-Stars from Carson Park on Friday evening. We will carry that game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV, beginning with the In the Dugout show at 6:30 p.m. Coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of the Cavalier players on Cavalier Profile. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
Time now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on this year's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
Cavalier Profile, we're talking with Jaden Nix. And Jaden, can you fill us in on your role with the Cavaliers?
I'm a newcomer for the Cavaliers this year. Just looking to be a good teammate, provide some production on the field, and have a good time.
So when did you start playing baseball?
I started playing baseball at the age of 4 and played it all the way up through high school. Played 2 years of college, and now I'm just focusing on my education.
Aside from the Cavaliers, what's the highest level that you've played?
I played at the D3 level.
Okay, and where was that?
At UW Eau Claire.
Now, can you tell us about your most memorable baseball experience, either as a player or as a fan?
I'd say my most memorable experience as a player was when I was 12 years old and we won the state championship and moved on to the regionals.
That would be pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, very exciting.
Now, how about filling us in a little bit about your family or the people who will be cheering for you at Cavs games?
Well, I got to shout out my mom. She's my #1 supporter. You know, I mean, I'm all the way from Madison, so she probably won't be at too many games, but hopefully she can come out to support a couple.
But just make sure you let her know that she can watch the games here on NLWN-TV on our YouTube channel.
She'll definitely be tuning into the live streams.
Okay, rapid fire questions for you.
All right.
Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Pie.
Which kind?
My grandma's cherry cheese pie.
Ooh. You gotta talk her into making some of that sometime this season.
Have to.
And it's got to show up in the press box.
I got you. I think I can arrange that.
All right, your favorite color?
Red, because I liked it when I was a kid, and I just stuck with it.
Now, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Wow, that's a tough one. I'd be able to fly. I'd want to be able to fly.
And, of course, if you have a superpower, you have to have a superhero name. So what kind of superhero name would we give this flying Jaden?
Super Knicks.
Super Knicks, all right. Your favorite major league team?
The Brewers. Shout out Brew Crew.
Okay, and what major leaguer inspired you most as you were growing up?
Derek Jeter as a kid, but I like to watch Ozzie Albies now.
Okay, and we're talking with Jaden Nix on Viking Profile, and when you're not playing baseball, what are we going to find you doing?
Playing basketball, or I'm going to have my head in the books chasing this degree.
All right, and what is your degree hopefully in?
Marketing with a professional sales emphasis.
Okay, we might have a job for you. We're always looking for people to do that kind of work. So when people watch Cavalier games, what position are you looking to be out there so they can find you?
Somewhere in the middle infield or maybe even at third base.
We want to thank Jaden Nix for joining us today on Cavalier Profile. Coming up next, more In the Dugout.
This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more In the Dugout coming right up.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Today, the Cavaliers look to continue to improve as they would like to head into the All-Star break on a positive note and set themselves up to make a playoff push in the second part of the season. Likewise, the Marshfield Chaparrals look to build and eliminate mistakes to better prepare themselves for the race in the Dairyland League. So the stage is set for some exciting baseball action, and in just a moment I'll be joining my colleague Dan Petchow at Carson Park as we bring you all the action of today's game between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Marshfield Chaparrals on Culligan, Sterling Water, and YMCA of the Chippewa Valley Night from Carson Park. That's coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a presentation of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Eau Claire Cavalier baseball is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly brings you today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Join us as we follow the Cavs while they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League.
Long fly ball by Pogo, and it's out of here! A 3-run shot by Anthony Pogodzinski.
And now, out to the ballpark for coverage of today's game.
And good evening and welcome to Carson Park. Rick Olson here along with Ann Monroe on the computer, Cassie Johnson on the camera, and we have Jeremy kind of being a jack of all trades up here. And we're getting ready for some Cavalier baseball on Culligan, Sterling Water, and YMCA of the Chippewa Valley Night here at Carson Park. And it looks like we're going to get off to a little bit of a late start because the Marshfield Chaparrals were a little bit late in getting here. And so I just made the mad dash from down at their dugout picking up lineups up here to the press box. And we've got pretty much everything ready to go except we're still in the process of getting lineups written down. In fact, why don't I go through those for you in just a minute? Well, let's do it right now. For the visiting Marshfield Chaparrals, leading off the center fielder, Isaiah Barrell. Batting second, the left fielder, Chase Higgins. Batting third, the third baseman, Jason Kurth. Batting fourth in that cleanup spot, Colton Schillinger. Batting fifth at shortstop is Will Lee. Batting sixth in right field is Pete Earl. Batting seventh and pitching, Caden Schillinger. Batting eighth and playing first base, Luke Wirtz. He's also the manager of the team. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Al Lalakata. And that's the lineup for the Marshfield Chaparrals. I think they're all here now. I know as I was leaving the dugout they were waiting for one, but I think he's here. We'll find out. Anyway, for the Cavaliers, if I can read my turkey tracks here because they've redone their lineup a couple of times since I got the original lineup. Leading off, the left fielder, Connor O'Reilly. Batting second at second base, Caden Erickson. Batting third. At first base, Cooper Kapanke. Batting fourth and catching tonight is Anthony Pogodzinski. Batting fifth, and our Geno's player of the game for today is Ethan Kjellberg. He's the extra hitter. And the designated hitter tonight, batting sixth, is Chase Yeager. Batting seventh is Hunter Gunther. He's at third base. At shortstop is Ben Boda, batting eighth. Ben Boda batting. There's an alliteration for you. Batting ninth, the center fielder, Xavier Bemninster. And batting 10th for the Cavaliers, the right fielder, none other than hatless Jaden Nix. Now, it's still going to be a little bit of time before we get things started, so let's send it off for a bit of a timeout, and we'll be back as soon as possible with Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How is it? Is it good?
And we're back here at Carson Park getting ready for some baseball action tonight. Eau Claire Cavaliers taking on the Marshfield Chaparrals. And the Chaparrals come into this game. I had it written down here, but I think I gave that one away all of a sudden. But they have a record of, I want to say it's 4 wins and 8 losses. Yeah, in fact, that's what it is. 4 and 8, but they are, or maybe it's 5 and 8. And they're riding a 5-game winning streak, or 4-game winning streak, I should say. And Cavaliers are 10-6 on the season, and they are 7-5 in the Chippewa River Baseball League. Hey, don't forget, coming up on Friday, right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV, we're going to have the Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game, and that's going to be played right here at Carson Park, and we have several Cavaliers who are on that All-Star squad. Starters, we have Caden Erickson. He's actually starting at third base in the All-Star Game, and Cooper Kapanke is starting at first base, and they're playing for the CRBL North All-Stars. And there's another 4 players that are on the All-Star team, including Campbell Kapanke, and let's see if I can figure them out up there on that sheet I have on the wall. Let's see. Oh, Lucas Costley made it as a pitcher. Connor O'Reilly, he made it as an outfielder, although he oftentimes is catching for the Cavs. And I'm looking to see who the other one is. Ethan Kjellberg also made it as a pitcher. So those are the All-Stars from the Cavaliers. And I mentioned Connor O'Reilly doing a lot of catching. Anthony Pogodzinski is going to be catching for the Cavs tonight. But O'Reilly has been stepping in for Cole Timon, who I had a chance to talk with him for just a minute down on the field. And he says his ankle is coming along, and he's hoping that he'll be ready to play next Wednesday, a week from tonight, when the Cavs go down to Osseo to take on the Osseo Merchants. Now we're getting some action down at home plate as the umpires are meeting with the managers. And we're going to get ready for baseball here in just a minute. So as we get ready, we're going to send it out. Well, you know what? I'm going to send it over to the PA because it looks like we're going to get some pregame activities.
With this privilege comes the responsibility to conduct himself in a manner the game is enjoyable for all fans and participants. Failure to behave in such a manner will result in removal from this facility. Pledge members shall thrive in our teams and communities to demonstrate good sportsmanship toward all players, coaches, fans, and officials. Thank you. All balls are the property of Eau Claire Cavaliers Baseball Club. Please return all ball balls to the souvenir stand located down the third baseline, where you will receive a $1 token good for use at the souvenir stand. As a friendly reminder, Carson Park Baseball Stadium is a non-smoking facility. If you want to smoke, we ask you please to leave the stadium. Again, there is no smoking in Carson Park Baseball Stadium. Thank you. Finally, all fans, especially those in the bleachers, are reminded you are at a baseball game and all balls being entered the stand at a high rate of speed. We ask that you remain alert at all times. Tonight's calling Sterling Water, YMCA of Chippewa Valley starting lineups, beginning with the Marshfield Chaparrals. Leading off, playing center field, number 2, Isaiah Faro. Batting second, the right fielder, number 18, Chase Haynes. Batting third and playing third base, number 22, Jason Kirk. Hitting fourth, the catcher, number 99, Colton Schillinger. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 9, Will Lee. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 10, Peter Earl. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 13, Caden Schillinger. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 5, Luke Wirtz. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 17, Al Lalakata. The Chaparrals are coached by Luke Wirtz. Now, this Culligan Sterling Water YMCA of Chippewa Valley starting lineup for your Eau Claire Cavaliers. Leading off and playing left field, number 13, Connor O'Reilly. Batting second, the second baseman, number 6, Caden Erickson. Batting third and playing first base, number 7, Cooper Kapanki. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 44, Anthony Pogadzinski. Batting fifth, the extra hitter, number 28, Ethan Kilberg. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 22, Chase Yeager. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 14, Hunter Gilbert. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 17, Ben Bora. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 4, Xavier Bemister. Hitting 10th, the right fielder, number 9, Jaden Nix. And pitching for the Cavaliers, number 5, Jackson Vance. The officials for tonight's game, on the bases, Mr. Dick Smith. And behind home plate, Sir Paul Osmond. Now, please rise if you are able and remove your hats. Honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
And the playing of our national anthem. And let's send it right back down to the field.
Chaparrals, we are happy to welcome you here tonight for YMCA Culligan Night. And we have two special people to throw out the first pitch. Our first will be done by Emily Collum, and after her, Noah Potts.
All right, Emily and Noah, head out to the mound.
And so this young lady is going to throw.
All right, Emily, anytime you're ready, we'll let her rip.
Hey, that's a strike in the umpire's book.
The second pitch will be thrown out by Noah Potts.
And Noah, he's going to stand right on the rubber and try to drill one right down the middle of the plate. Has just put it inside. Good job to both of them on first pitch.
All right, let's send it down to Craig Munson for a few words from the Lions.
And now we'll hear from Craig Larson.
Thank you much. My name is Craig Munson. I'm the regional director here at the YMCA. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Special thanks to Culligan for sponsoring tonight. We appreciate that. Remember at the Y, we have 5 places now. The Y in Chippewa Valley is the Eau Claire Y, the Chippewa Y, the Sports Center, and Manitoba, and John and Faye Menard YMCA Tennis Center. So all of that is included in the YMCA now. We are open, programs back running, balls back to normal now. And just and we're there for everybody. Anybody and everybody. We have scholarships for anybody that might need some means just to get their kids and themselves memberships or your program. So again, thank you for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you for calling in. We're excited to be here. Enjoy your game. Thank you, Craig.
And now we're getting ready to get things going on the mound for the Cavaliers. I didn't mention is Jackson Vance. Vance has a record, well, this will be his second appearance on the mound for the Cavaliers this year. He's pitched 4 innings. He did pick up a win in that outing. He has a 0.00 earned run average, given up 1 hit. He walked 1 and struck out 6 in those 4 innings of work. Defensively for the Cavaliers, third base is Hunter Gunther. At shortstop, Ben Boda, Caden Erickson's at second, Cooper Kapanke at first. Behind the plate, Anthony Pogodzinski. In the outfield, Connor O'Reilly in left, Xavier Bemninster in center, and Jaden Nix, hatless Jaden Nix out in right field. And on the mound is Jackson Vance. Stepping up to the plate, leading off for the Marshfield Chaparrals is Isaiah Barrow.
Center fielder, number 2, Isaiah Barrow.
Barrow is the center fielder. Vance's first pitch is a little bit high, so we are underway. And I'm actually surprised. We're only 8 minutes late. There's the wind and the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Barrow. Vance working from the windup, and the pitch just missed the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Dick Smith behind the plate. Paul Osman out on the bases. There's the wind and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Counts even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, number 2 at the plate. Here's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Barrow goes down swinging. So with 1 down, that brings up Chase Higgins, the left fielder.
Second for the Chaparrals, left fielder, number 18, Chase Higgins.
See some of the outfielders swatting the nets away. First pitch is outside. When I was down by the Chaparral dugout, they came in from playing a little catch out in right field, saying that the bugs were already getting bad out there. There's the pitch. Check swing foul. Counts even at 1-1. To Chase Higgins. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Vance winds and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's going to bring up Jason Kurth, the third baseman.
Batting third for the Chaparrals, the third baseman, number 22, Jason Kurth.
Here's Vance with the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. Vance winds and the 0-1 pitch. A little high. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. That just missed outside. Did not miss by very much. 2 balls and a strike to Jason Kurth. Vance winds and fires. Fly ball foul down the right field line.
That ball brought to you by Sterling County Water of Western Wisconsin. Located at 1928 QX Boulevard in Eau Claire.
And a called third strikeout. Third strike. And Jackson Vance strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We've completed a half inning. It's the Marshfield Chaparrals, nothing, and the Cavaliers coming to bat on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
Hey, we're back here at Carson Park, heading into the bottom of the first inning. Don't forget, our Gino's player of the game today is Ethan Kelberg. And that means if you mention Ethan's name tomorrow out at Gino's Pizza, you'll get yourself a free soft drink. And in addition to that, if Ethan happens to hit an extra base hit today, that soft drink will turn itself right into an appetizer right before your very eyes. Well, not quite, but almost the same thing. Kelberg comes into the game, by the way, batting .417. And he has hit a double. So those of you wanting to get that free appetizer, you've got a shot at it. Due up for the Cavaliers in the bottom of the first, however, we have Connor O'Reilly, Caden Erickson, and Cooper Kapanke. And O'Reilly steps up to the plate. Comes into the game batting .375. 12 for 32 with 10 RBIs, 3 doubles. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's high for a ball. Caden Schillinger on the mound for the Chaparrals. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's high, ball 3. There's the wind and the 3-0 pitch. It's outside, and they called it a strike on that outside corner. Okay. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball. Scooped up by the shortstop, Will Lee. Throw over to first, and they just barely got him by a half a step. Lee over to Luke Wirtz. And Connor O'Reilly goes down 6-3. It's going to bring up second baseman Caden Erickson. Erickson comes into the game batting .364. There's the wind and the pitch. It's inside for a ball. A number of these players know each other on both teams through their collegiate experience. There's the wind and the pitch. It's outside. For example, Chase Higgins, who just went down swinging, was a pitcher at UW Stout and a teammate of the Cavaliers' Ethan Kelberg. Pitch is high. Ball 3, 3-0. There's the wind and the 3-0 pitch. And it's ball 4. Down low. That's going to bring up Cooper Kapanke. Cooper's leading the Cavaliers in hitting, batting .385. Homered a week ago. Schillinger delivers. Called strike over the inside corner. We'll keep an eye on first base. Erickson takes his lead. And the pitch. Inside for a ball. One ball, one strike. Erickson takes a lead. And the pitch. Ground ball out to short. Scooped up by Lee. Throw to second for 1. Over to first. Not in time. So Kapanke gets on a fielder's choice. 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And Erickson is out at second. That's going to bring up the catcher in that cleanup spot, Anthony Pogodzinski. Schillinger, the pitch. It's called strike over the outer third. Pogo steps back in. That's very close to a balk. They're saying he was not on the rubber when he made that bluff move over to first. That pitch is inside for a ball. A couple of Cav players said, hey, that's a balk. But he was actually straddling the rubber rather than on the rubber. Schillinger looks in for the sign. Kapanke takes his lead in the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. It's back, it's deep. It's going to fall in and get out to the warning track. Kapanke's rounding third. He's going to score. And Pogo checks in at second. That's an RBI double for Anthony Pogozinski. Making the score, Cavaliers 1 and Chaparrals nothing. And we're going to have a courtesy runner in for Pogo. And I believe that's Jackson Faulkner. Ethan Kelberg, our Geno's player of the game. Long shot foul down the left field line. He doesn't get a lot of chances to hit because he's primarily a pitcher. But when he does, he oftentimes makes the most of it because Kelberg comes into the game, as we mentioned before, hitting .417. Schillinger at the belt. Looks at second. And the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. Circling under it is Chase Higgins, and he makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So for the Cavaliers, they pick up 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We've completed 1 inning, and it's the Cavaliers 1 and the Chaparrals nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park. I want to thank Jeremy for making that mad dash down to the concession stand. He's pooped. He's been up and down, up and down, up and down. Cassie and Ann had him running ragged, and then he just thought he was done with it, and I sent him for some more stuff. All right, throw goes down to second, so we're ready to start the top of the second inning with Colton Schillinger. It's the older brother, younger brother, I'm not sure which, of Caden, Will Lee, and Pete Earl. Colton Schillinger, wearing number 99. Pitch is high and away for a ball. Here's the wind and the pitch. That one's inside. Here's the wind and the 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes to Colton Schillinger. Jackson Vance winds and fires, and it's ball 4. So Schillinger gets the free pass. That's the first base runner for the Chaparrals. That's going to bring up Will Lee, the shortstop. Here's the pitch. Yeah, it must have been low because it was right down the middle of the plate. Schillinger takes his lead at first. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Counts even at 1-1. Jackson Vance looks in for the sign. He's at the belt and the pitch. Missed outside, throw down to first and back in time. And Jackson Vance looking in. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Counts even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Will Lee goes down swinging. That's going to bring up Pete Earl. Earl is the right fielder. And that pitch just missed. I'd be curious to know what Dick Smith is calling there because we can't tell high-low real well here. There's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schillinger takes his lead. And the pitch. Schillinger goes. Throw down to second. And they just missed the tag. The throw is a little bit up the line. And Ben Boda just missed the tag as he came across to make the play. And Schillinger is safe at second. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the pitch is outside. Count goes full now to Pete Earl. 1 down, runner on second. Vance takes a look over at second. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Caden Schillinger.
That dude's got 2 forearms on him.
And the first pitch is inside for a ball. Jackson Vance at the belt. And he fires. Foul ball down the right field line. Off behind the fan deck. And the kids go a-running. One ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Just missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike two.
Swung out of his shoes.
Jackson Vance has what appears to be a fairly deceptive chase pitch. He's at the belt and the pitch. Ground ball into left field for a base hit. Runner rounds third. He's coming in to score, and he does. That's Colton Schillinger scoring, as Caden Schillinger singles to left and gets the RBI. That's going to bring up Luke Wirtz. Wirtz is not only the team manager, but he's the first baseman today.
Who got in for the Cavs already? I didn't just notice they got one.
It was off where you were getting me my hot dog.
Oh.
But to recap, it was Cooper Kapanke came in to score on a double by Pogo.
Nice.
And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vance takes a peek over at first, and the pitch. Foul ball down the right field line.
It was the roof right before his car.
And that was off in the direction of where cars are parked. But that clang was off a roof, not a car. And the pitch is a ground ball through the hole into left field, and a base hit by Luke Wirtz. That moves Schillinger over to second. That brings up Al Lalakata, the second baseman.
Yeah, he hit that same hole that Caden hit.
And the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. And the pitch. Just low. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're all tied at 1 in the top of the second inning. Cavs and the Marshfield Chaparrals. Jackson Vance at the belt. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled into the screen. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Al Lalakata at the plate. Vance delivers, and he kind of wagged at it a little bit. Goes down swinging. So, for the Chaparrals, they pick up 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Cavalier errors, and 2 were left on. All 6 of the outs of the Chaparrals so far in this game have been strikeouts. And so, after an inning and a half, we're all tied at 1 here at Carson Park, as you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park and sliding into the color commentator's chair. In fact, Dan is not here because he has to call a horse event down at the Laziel Arena in Mondovi tonight. But we have Jeremy DeGrosse, who usually does camera work, sitting over there. So the insightful comments that you hear tonight are coming from Jeremy.
Thanks for the insightful. I'm not sure how insightful they'll be, but there'll definitely be some comments.
All right, leading off for the Cavaliers is Chase Yeager.
Oh, got him!
And Chase takes one in the shin.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still...
I think Ann's getting trigger happy over here. So now up for the Cavaliers is Hunter Gunther. Gunther comes into the game hitting .059. No, I don't think that's right. I think that was Xavier Bemninster's batting average.
See, this is where Dan would come in handy.
Yes, it would. Oh, Hunter has a .000 batting average.
Well,
looking for that first hit.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. That one's inside.
All three of them first pitches are a little wild.
3 balls, no strikes.
Quiet.
Caden Schillinger on the mound. He delivers. And that's a called strike over the outside corner. The 3-1 pitch. Pop up. Just outside the infield, getting back and making the catch is Luke Wirtz. So 1 down, 1 on. That's going to bring up Ben Boda. And Boda is the one who comes into the game batting. No, Ben's batting .353. Foul ball. Back over the grandstand. No balls and 1 strike to Ben Boda. Here's the pitch. It's inside. Throw down to second.
Got him.
And he dropped the ball out at second base. So in safely is Chase Yeager. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Ben Boda.
Well, they had him clean. That's good.
Yeah, the ball was there in plenty of time. Here's the pitch. It's high and away. Ball 2. Yeager takes his lead at second. And the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. Coming in.
Good drop.
Can't make the catch is Pete Earl. And Yeager checks in at third. And Hunter Gunther. Or check that. Ben Boda gets his hit. That's going to bring up Xavier Bemninster. And Xavier comes into the game batting .059. But he did pick up his first hit of the season last week against the Bullfrogs. There's the pitch. Throw down to second. Well, he doesn't even throw. Runners at the corners. And Boda is now safely at second. So runners at second and third. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 0-2 is the count. Schillinger at the belt. The 0-2 pitch. Little bit low.
Had to be.
Yeah, not being able to tell high-low from here is...
See, I looked right down the pipe to me.
Schillinger takes a look at third. Now the pitch. And it's low again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schillinger's 2-2 pitch. Outside, that count is full.
It's got to be a strike.
Scoreboard says 4-3-2-1. 4 is batting, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out.
How often does that happen, huh?
And the pitch. And it's high for ball 4. That loads the bases for Jaden Nix. Nix comes into the game batting .278. And he's got 9 RBIs. He's 5 for 18, but he's got 9 RBIs. He scored 8 runs. Here's the pitch. High pop-up. This will be infield fly rule. Jaden Nix is out, and Luke Wirtz makes the catch. That brings up Connor O'Reilly back to the top of the order. O'Reilly grounded to short his first time up. Cavs have the bases loaded with 2 down in the bottom of the second. We're all tied up at 1. Here's the pitch. Called strike at the letters. And the pitch. Soft floater, foul territory. Wirtz gets over and makes the catch. So for the Cavaliers, they pick up no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and the bases were left full. We've played 2, and we're all tied at 1. From Carson Park on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Back here at Carson Park. We're all tied at 1 after 2 innings, Cavaliers and the Marshfield Chaparrals. So far in this game, Jackson Vance has been pretty effective from the mound. He has given up a run and given up a couple of hits, walked 1, but in 2 innings of work, he struck out 6. And stepping up to lead off for the Chaparrals is Isaiah Birrell. It's Birrell, I think.
Birrell?
Yeah.
It's like Joe Dierte.
And here's the pitch. Fly ball foul out of play on the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Line shot over Erickson's head out into right field. And Birrell checks in at first with a base hit. That's going to bring up Chase Higgins, who struck out his first time up. This could be a case of second time through the order. We have some action going on down in the Cavalier bullpen.
15? 16.
And it looks like, oh, we don't have one of those.
It's not a 15?
It could be Bryson Gash. And the pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the throw down to second.
Ooh.
And it goes into center field. It snuck under the runner.
Just barely.
And didn't give the Cavs a chance to make the play. And so Birrell ends up on third. They're going to give an error on that. Probably to the shortstop. Here's a line shot out into center field.
Oh,
and
no.
Birrell comes in to score. Ball gets by Bemninster. He gets it into the infield, and checking in at second base is Chase Higgins.
Seems like their hitters are pretty good at hitting the holes.
Yeah, they're following Yogi's rule and hit it where they ain't. That's going to bring up Jason Kurth. He struck out his first time up. First pitch is just inside for a ball. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fouled off on the right side. One ball, 1 strike to Jason Kurth. Runner on second. That's Chase Higgins out there. Here's the pitch. Called strike over the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 1 run in for the Chaparrals. Here's the pitch. That one in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. High chopper fielded by Boda. He throws it over to first for the out.
That was nice there.
Ben Boda ranging over to his left and getting that high chopper for the first out of the inning. It moves Higgins over to third base. And it brings up Colton Schillinger. He walked his first time up. First pitch is behind Pogo, and in to score on the wild pitch is Chase Higgins. One ball, no strikes, nobody on. 2 runs in. I think it might be Austin Getch down there in the bullpen. It looks like he's warm, ready to come in if needed. Pitch is fouled off on the right side. Colton Schillinger with 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
That one had some heat on it.
And that's what Jackson Vance was throwing in the first few innings. Here's the pitch, it's outside. Counts even at 2-2. Vance into the windup. And the 2-2 pitch. That just missed low. So the count is full to Colton Schillinger. And the payoff pitch. Hard shot into left field for a base hit. Schillinger rounds first, and he's going to hold there. And we have manager Pete Bartingale making a trip to the mound. Now what he generally does is he'll make an initial trip, talk about things a little bit, and then leave the pitcher in.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else there to relieve him right now.
And it looks like he's going to leave him in.
He's way out there, though.
And and it looks like Jackson Vance is going to stay in there. At this level, the manager oftentimes also serves as the pitching coach. All right. The pitch. It's a little bit low. To Will Lee, the shortstop. Lee struck out his first time up. Throw over to first. Not in time. And the pitch. Ball 2. Schillinger bluffed to second, but nothing happened. Schillinger takes his lead. And the pitch. It's high for ball 3.
You ever wonder if a goalie would make a good catcher?
Yeah, I would think one would be a good catcher. Pitch is high for ball 4. So Will Lee takes a free pass. Runners at first and second. Brings up Pete Earl, right fielder. He struck out his first trip up. 1 out, 2 on, 2 in. Chaparrals lead 3-1. And the pitch is a called strike. And the pitch. Check swing ball. There's the pitch. Just missed on the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. To Pete Earl. And the pitch. It's high, ball 3. Jackson Vance struggling now to find the strike zone. He started out so hot.
I just seen him call down the relief pitcher there.
And the pitch. It's high for ball 4, and the bases are full.
Yep.
And that's going to bring out Pete Bartingale, as we're going to have a pitching change, and we'll get that all figured out right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are, they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Back at Carson Park, the new pitcher for the Cavaliers is Austin Getch, and he throws a strike. The numbers for Jackson Vance, as soon as this pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Vance pitched 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs. He's also responsible for the 3 runners on base. All 3 runs were earned. 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Here's the pitch. Inside. And the pitch. Fouled away. Count holds at 1-2. Austin Getch comes into today's game with a record of 4 wins and no losses. He has a 2.75 earned run average. Here's the pitch. It's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's pitched 19 2/3 innings. Getch at the belt. And the pitch. And the count goes full. Nowhere to put him. He's only walked 4. I probably just jinxed him with that. Ground ball to short. Flip to second for 1. Throw to first. Big go. They called him safe. I thought they got the double play. But it's going to be a fielder's choice for Schillinger. 6-4 on the fielder's choice. It's an RBI. And that means that Schillinger, Colton came in to score. That brings up first baseman Luke Wirtz, who singled his first time up. Pitch was outside for ball 1. Runners on the corner, 2 down. And the pitch. Strike called, and Pogo doesn't throw it down to second as Caden Schillinger heads down there. So we have Will Lee on third. And Peter Earl was the one who was put out at second on that attempted double play. Pitch was a strike. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It gets away from Pogo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Foul back. Getch pitches. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Luke Wirtz goes down swinging, and that's the end of the third inning for the Marshfield Chaparrals. But they picked up 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Cavalier error, and 2 were left on base. So we have played 2.5, and it's the Chaparrals 4, Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Muldoon's Menswear, we're the well-dressed men of the Chippewa Valley shop. Whether you're looking for the big day you have coming up, or simply want to look great for a casual night out, Muldoon's is your stop. Let John or one of the other fine staff help you find just what you're looking for, and they'll make sure it looks great on you. What tops off the well-dressed man? One of Muldoon's well-made hats. Whether it's shirts, pants, suits, formal attire, or accessories, and did we say hats? Muldoon's has it for you. That's Muldoon's Menswear, 1506 South Hastings Way in Eau Claire.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Jeremy DeGrosse offering us some color commentary. And Ann Monroe on the computer, Cassie Johnson on the camera. Cavaliers have dug a bit of a hole now in the third inning as they're down 4-1 to the Marshfield Chaparrals. Chaparrals come here with a pretty slim roster. I think they have 1 player left in the dugout. By the way, there is some CRBL activity going on today, and after 3 innings, down in Osseo, it's the Osseo Merchants leading the Cadott Red Sox 6-3. And stepping up for the Cavaliers is Caden Erickson. And the first pitch is a called strike. Erickson walked his first time up. There's the wind and the pitch. And it's a called strike on the outside corner. Caden Schillinger into the wind. And the 0-2 pitch. Check swing foul right back into the glove for a strikeout.
Somebody's grilling.
You are so right about that.
And it's not the hot dogs we got here. I guarantee you
No.
that.
Maybe they're doing some burgers down at the concession stand. Smells awfully good.
Oh, yes, it does.
Cooper Kapanke coming up. Grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up. Fouled high out of play on the right side.
Ooh.
Off the bleachers. Schillinger winds. And the pitch. It's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the wind and the 1-1 pitch. Foul ball on the right side again. Off the top row of the bleachers. Counts all even at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Schillinger's pitch. High pop up in the infield, moving over to make the catch, and he does, as Will Lee, as it almost popped out of his glove.
It did. Snow coned, as you called it once.
Yes. So 2 down. That brings up catcher Anthony Pogodzinski. Pogo doubled his last time up to center field. There's the wind and the pitch. It's high and away. And the pitch. And that got Pogo in the back.
He didn't look too happy about that.
Yeah, as Ann was leaning over and saying that he's been kind of a target this year, and he has caught a few of those in the back.
He's kind of a bigger target than most, though.
Well, this is true. Courtesy runner Jackson Faulkner coming in for Pogo. Actually, in the official stats, it says only once, but I remember a couple of times already this year.
For sure, at least 2 others.
Ethan Kelberg. Hey, don't forget, this guy is our Geno's player of the game. So if Ethan managed to get an extra base hit, get a free appetizer out at Geno's. If not, just mention his name anyway. Get a free soft drink. That's good for tomorrow. Bluff throw over to first. And Schillinger stepped off the rubber before he made that bluff throw. And the pitch is a called strike at the letters. No balls and a strike to Ethan Kelberg. Here's the pitch. It's low for a ball. Kelberg flew out to left field his last time up. Hit it pretty much right on the numbers, but right at Chase Higgins. Former teammate of his. Another fly ball to left field. That one's high.
Yeah, that one's
it's
big.
back. and it's gone! A 2-run home run for Ethan Kelberg. And folks, you get a free appetizer at Gino's Pizza.
It's worth like $10.
Anne's excited. She wants to go to Gino's. Ethan Kelberg comes in with a 2-run home run. This time his former teammate wasn't going to get a chance to catch it. Cleared just over the oak leaf sign, out onto the football field. And the first pitch to Chase Yeager is outside. Yeager was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. And the pitch. It's down low. Here's the wind and the pitch. Oh. And Yeager got hit by the pitch again. That's twice. Tyler Herman would be proud of him.
That's 3 people.
For those of you who are Cavalier fans who have been around for a while, Tyler was pretty good at drawing hit by pitch. Rarely happened to him 2 times in a row, though. Foul ball back out of play by Hunter Gunther, the third baseman. Gunther popped out to the first baseman his last time up. 2 down, 2 runs in for the Cavs, runner on first. Here's the pitch, inside for a ball.
You know what I don't see is a relief pitcher for this guy when he gets even more tired.
Well, the problem is they've only got 1 extra body down in their dugout, so there's nobody that can go play catch with him in the bullpen. And a foul ball on the right side.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. They probably don't have anybody even.
Well, they may bring somebody in from a position spot to pitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Chopper foul down the third base line. And making the trek down to get it is Connor O'Reilly as it rolled out into left field.
Yeah, he's already hit 3 guys and it's only the third inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner on first. Hunter Gunther at the plate, runner takes off, and it's a called third strike for the third out. Cavaliers, though, pick up 2 runs on Ethan Kelberg's 2-run home run, and they left 1 on. So we've completed 3, and it's the Marshfield Chaparrals 4, Cavaliers 3. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Muldoon's Men's Wear, we're the well-dressed men of the Chippewa Valley shop. Whether you're looking for the big day you have coming up, or simply want to look great for a casual night out, Muldoon's is your stop. Let John or one of the other fine staff help you find just what you're looking for, and they'll make sure it looks great on you. What tops off the well-dressed man? One of Muldoon's well-made hats. Whether it's shirts, pants, suits, formal attire, or accessories, and did we say hats? Muldoon's has it for you. That's Muldoon's Men's Wear, 1506 South Hastings Way in Eau Claire.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Jeremy DeGrosse, Ann Monroe, and Cassie Johnson. Austin Getch now on the mound for the Cavs. Came in and got 2 fairly quick outs to put an end to the 3rd inning, where Marshfield had picked up 3 runs. So the Chaparrals have a 4-3 lead over the Cavaliers. And the throw goes down to second. And due up for the Chaparrals, Al Lalacata to lead off, then back to the top of the order. After 4 innings now down in Osseo, it's the Osseo Merchants 10 and the Cadott Red Sox 3. First pitch to Lalacata was a called strike. Here's the wind and the pitch, foul back into the net.
What do you suppose the nationality of Lalacata is? What's that background?
I think it looks maybe Italian.
Yeah, I would think.
And a swing and a miss. Anna's wondering how many seasons Lala. She's our resident Italian. And that Lalacata goes down on strikes.
Center fielder, Isaiah Viral.
Yeah, I got nothing.
He's got nothing. Okay. That's the second time Lalacata has struck out. Back to the top of the order, Isaiah Viral. And the first pitch is a called strike. And the pitch, foul back. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3.
Maybe that home run's what we needed to get him going here. Sorry.
And that's going to bring up Chase Higgins. He got an RBI double his last time up. He's also struck out. Pitch is a little bit low. But I think you're right. Gave a little bit of energy to the Cavaliers. And a different look coming out of the hand of Austin Getch. Yeah. And a called strike on the inside corner.
He's definitely got it dialed.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. That one missed outside. That's his curveball. He wanted that. 2 balls and a strike, 2 down. Here's the wind and the pitch. Line shot out into center field for a base hit. Picked up by Bemninster. Gets it in quickly. So Higgins checks in at first. Brings up Jason Kurth, who's 0 for 2. He grounded to short and struck out looking. And here's the pitch. It's a foul ball on the right side. No balls and a strike. 2 down. Runner on first. That's Higgins over there on first. He takes his lead. And the pitch. High chopper to second. And missed by Erickson. That's going to be an error on Caden Erickson.
Catcher, Colton Schillinger.
So, that leaves us with runners at first and second. Kurth at first, Higgins at second. Colton Schillinger comes to the plate. Schillinger is 1 for 1. He singled and scored his last time up. And it's a called strike. Caught the outer third of the plate with that curveball. Catch at the belt, looks over at second. And the pitch, fouled straight back into the net, just off to our right. Runners take their leads. And the pitch. That's inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 on. Number 99, Colton Schillinger. That's not a number you see very often in baseball. Catch at the belt and the pitch. It's high and away. Ball 2.
Do these guys pick their numbers?
As long as the number's still available.
Oh.
And as long as the team owns that number. You know, when you buy a uniform, you don't buy 100 different uniforms. High pop-up. Drifting over on the third base foul territory. Making the catch over there is Hunter Gunther for the third out of the inning. So, no runs on 1 hit, 1 Cavalier error, and 2 were left on base. So, we've completed 3.5, and it's the Marshfield Chaparrals 4, Cavaliers 3. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on Friday, July 1st, when we have the honor of bringing you the Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30 p.m. That's live CRBL All-Star Baseball on Friday, July 1st on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
We're back here at Carson Park. Heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. Cavaliers trail by a run, 4-3. To the Marshfield Chaparrals. Due up for the Cavs, Ben Boda, Xavier Bedminster, and Jaden Nix. Still out there on the mound is Caden Schillinger. So stepping up for the Cavaliers is Ben Boda. Boda singled his first time up. Kind of a Texas leaguer out at right field. Pitch is outside for a ball. Schillinger looks in. And the pitch is in the dirt. Here's the wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 3. And the pitch. That's a called strike, and it was pretty close. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. Moving over and making the catch is Isaiah Byrol for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Xavier Bedminster, who walked in his last trip to the plate. And the pitch is a called strike. And Bedminster pops it foul on the right side, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. He went 0-2 his last time up and then ended up drawing the walk. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. Here's the pitch. Called, 3rd strike. Xavier Bedminster goes down looking. That's going to bring up Jaden Nix, who popped out to the first baseman his first time up. With 2 down. Schillinger fires. High pop foul. And it's just out of play. Over on the right side. And the 0-1 pitch is high for a ball. Counts even at 1-1. Jaden Nix coming into tonight's game batting .278. And a ground ball scooped up at third by Kurth. Throw over to first in time for the out. So Nix grounds out third to first. And that does it for the Cavaliers in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've completed 4. And it's the Marshfield Chaparrals 4 and the Cavaliers 3. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you've been admiring the freshly groomed look of a baseball field, or the stunning appearance of a golf course, remember you too can have a lawn with the same beauty by simply calling Midwest Environmental Consultants. Their professional lawn care experts can bring your lawn to its full beauty and appearance. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your lawn the showplace of the neighborhood.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Back here at Carson Park, heading into the 5th inning. Marshfield Chaparrals leading the Cavaliers 4-3. Due up for the Chaparrals are Will Lee, Pete Earl, and Caden Schillinger. Lee is the shortstop, struck out his first time up, then drew a walk. Austin Getch on the mound. He winds and fires. Strike called over the inside corner. Here's the wind and the 0-1 pitch. That's low. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. Foul back into the screen. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch. It's outside, counts even at 2-2. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. Pogo drops the ball, throws it down to first, and Cooper had to go up to get it. It's a good thing Cooper's as tall as he is, because that was heading for right field. But they complete the strikeout. That's going to bring up Pete Earl. Earl struck out his first time up and also drew a walk. One down. And the first pitch is a strike over the outer third. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Heading back is Bemninster and did not make the catch. Picking it up and getting it in quickly is O'Reilly heading to third, and they got him! They got him at third. He'll get credit for a double. And then a put out at third. That's a 7-5 on the put out. That's going to bring up Caden Schillinger, who singled his first time and then grounded into a fielder's choice. That was an RBI fielder's choice, as the first pitch was a strike. Two down. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Counts even at 1-1. Nice job by Connor O'Reilly, gunning him down at third base. And the pitch. Fly ball to center field. Bemninster roams over and makes the catch for the third out. So, no runs on one hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
And we are back at Carson Park. Caden Schillinger still on the mound for The Marshfield Chaparrals, who are leading 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Due up for the Cavaliers, Connor O'Reilly, Caden Erickson, and Cooper Kapanke. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's high and away for ball one. And the pitch is inside. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch. It's inside for ball three. And the 3-0 pitch. And it's a called strike. I think that's almost an automatic strike with Dick Smith. And another called strike, so the count is full. Connor O'Reilly steps back in. And the pitch. Swung on, foul tip back to the net. O'Reilly is 0 for 2. He grounded to short and fouled out to the first baseman. And we have time called. O'Reilly steps back in. Schillinger at the belt. And the pitch. And it's outside for ball four. Connor O'Reilly did his job. Get the tying run on base. Brings up Caden Erickson. He's 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up. Drew a walk in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Erickson shows bunt, but he didn't offer, so it's ball one. Schillinger looks over at first. And the pitch. Fly ball left side, out of play. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. Runner goes, called strike, but in safely at second is Connor O'Reilly. One ball and two strikes. One ball, two strikes. O'Reilly at second. He represents a tying run. Schillinger takes a look. And now the pitch. Called third strike. As Caden Erickson goes down looking. That's going to bring up Cooper Kapanke, who is also 0 for 2. He grounded into a fielder's choice and scored a run back in the first inning, and then he popped out to the shortstop. Here's the pitch. It's low for a ball. Schillinger at the belt. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 down, 1 on. O'Reilly at second. Here's the pitch. Check swing low. 2 balls and a strike. Schillinger looks over at second to O'Reilly, and he throws over there. O'Reilly back safely. And the pitch. It's outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Cooper Kapanke. Pogo on deck. And the pitch. And it's ball 4. So Kapanke draws the walk. Runners at first and second. Brings up Anthony Pogodzinski. He doubled his first trip up. That was an RBI double. Drove in Kapanke. And then he was hit by the pitch. His most recent time up. And the first pitch to Pogo. And it got him again. So Pogo gets hit by a pitch, and I assume we'll have Jackson Faulkner coming out. So that's the second time Pogo's been hit in this game. Chase Yeager's also been hit by the pitch twice.
Think if a pitcher hits you 3 times, you should be able to, well, do something. I don't know what, but something.
There's the pitch. That's a called strike. Maybe they should change the rule that the first time you get hit by a pitch, you get first base. Second time, you get second base. Oh, that was inside. Almost tore the letters off the shirt of Ethan Kelberg, who is our Geno's player of the game. And, folks, he did you a good one today. Got his extra base hit in big style with a 2-run home run. Called strike.
Yeah,
so when you go out to Geno's tomorrow, use Ethan Kelberg's name and you'll get yourself a free appetizer. That's 1 per table. So you'll have to share. Line shot out into left field for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the second run in to score. And over to third is Faulkner, and Kelberg comes through with a 2 RBI single. So Faulkner at third, Kelberg at first, Chase Yeager, who's been hit by the pitch twice already today. Sheesh. And here's the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Cavs are now on top, 5-4. And it's low for ball 2. And he draws the walk. So Chase Yeager has not had an official trip to the plate yet today. Fills the bases. We're going to have a conference at the mound. Bases full. 1 out. Let's see if they make a change or they leave Schillinger in. They're going to leave him in. Faulkner at third. Kilberg at second. Yeager at first and brings up Hunter Gunther. And the pitch. Chopper, and they get the out at first. And that wasn't Hunter Gunther. That was Jackson Vance. So Vance grounds out for 2 down. That brings up Ben Boda. There's the pitch.
No, eat up.
And a fly ball out into center field. Drifting back and making the catch is Isaiah Byro for the 3rd out of the inning. He gave it a ride, but Byro gave it a chase. But the Cavaliers do pick up 3 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 were left on base. So, after 5 innings, it's Cavaliers 6, Chaparrals 4, and you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Ball games for me, folks.
All right.
I'm a tired man.
For over 1/3 of its history, Eau Claire has been able to count on the Eau Claire Cavaliers for high-quality baseball excitement. Come be a part of Eau Claire's legacy with your hometown Eau Claire Cavaliers. Home games are at historic Carson Park. To plan your day of affordable family fun, check out the Cavaliers on Facebook. Or go to the Cavalier website at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Ann Moreau, Cassie Johnson on the camera. And Jeremy DeGrosse has taken his leave. He figures he got the Cavaliers a lead, so it was safe for him to go. 6-4, Cavs on top. We've played 5 of 9. Austin Getch still on the mound for the Cavs. And due up for the Chaparrals is Luke Wirtz. He'll be followed by Al Lalicata and Isaiah Byro. First pitch to Wirtz. Strike called at the knees. And the pitch. That one missed for a ball. Austin Getch on the mound. Right now he's the pitcher of record for the Cavaliers. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fly ball out into left center field. Drifting back and making the catch is Boda. Defensive substitution for the Cavs, now playing third base, is Jackson Vance. And so that brings up Al Licata, or La Licata. And it's a called strike. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. It's inside. Fly ball falls into no man land. Throw comes into second, and it's going to hold La Licata to a single.
Center fielder, Isaiah Byron.
So that brings up back to the top of the order, Isaiah Byron. And it's a called strike. Byron is 1 for 3. He's singled and scored. And is also struck out twice. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Stopped it short. Long throw over to first. They got him! A tough throw, but a good throw by Boda to make the 6-3 put out for the second out of the inning. It moves Chase Higgins, or check that, it moves Al Licata over to second. Chase Higgins is coming to the plate. Higgins is 2 for 3. He's doubled and singled. A looper foul down the right field line. Probably not fouled by much more than about a yard.
Ball brought to you by Sterling Towing and Water of Western Wisconsin. Located 1928 2X Boulevard in Eau Claire. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Fridays, 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And the pitch is a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two down. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. Looper out into right field. And Nix catches it with a sliding catch. Jaden Nix with an acrobatic type catch. And of course, he was hatless. That's how he caught it. That's the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And we have completed 5.5. And it's the Cavaliers 6 and the Chaparrals 4. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
For a better way to bank, switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Back here at Carson Park, bottom of the 6th inning, Cavaliers are up. Xavier Bemninster, Jaden Nix, and Connor O'Reilly Bedminster's 0 for 1. Struck out and walked. First pitch is high. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's a called strike over the inside corner. Here's the wind and the pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. The wind and the pitch. Hard chopper out to third, throw over to first in time. Kurth to Wirtz, and Bedminster goes down. That'll bring up Jaden Nix, who made that spectacular catch to end the last inning. Nix is 0 for 2. And the pitch goes over the inside corner. Atlas Jaden Nix. And the pitch. Squares to bunt. And it's called a ball. And the pitch. It's outside. Ball 2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Line shot out into left field. Falls in for a base hit. Nix rounds first, and he's going to hold there. So Nix is on with a single to left. Takes us back to the top of the order with Connor O'Reilly. O'Reilly's 0 for 2 and has drawn a walk. Nix takes his lead. High pop-up. It's in the infield, foul territory. Schillinger makes the catch. That's going to bring up Caden Erickson. And Erickson is 0 for 2. He struck out twice, which is a real rarity for him. Nix takes off, and he's going to be into second without a throw because the ball got away from Colton Schillinger. As he's cleaning off the dust. I think he got a little dirt down the belt line of his pants. And the pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Jaden Nix on second. By the way, after 6 innings, in Osseo, it's the Merchants 12 and the Cadott Red Sox 3. Throw over to second, and Nix is back just fine. Ball gets away a little bit. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. High pop-up. It's in the infield with 2 down, and Schillinger makes the catch. So for the Cavaliers, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Cavaliers lead it 6-4 after 6 innings. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
And don't forget, our Gino's player of the game today is Ethan Kellberg. And Ethan hit a home run back in the third inning. And so, if you mention Ethan's name tomorrow out at Gino's, you get a free appetizer for your table. If you go there by yourself, it's all yours. Some defensive changes for the Cavaliers. Behind the plate is going to be Connor O'Reilly, but he hasn't come out of the dugout yet as he's putting the gear on. And out in left field is Chase Yeager. And let's see. Anthony Pogozinski becomes the designated hitter. Still on the mound for the Cavaliers is Austin Getch. As we head into the seventh inning, Getch so far is throwing 3 2/3 innings.
Foul 7 for Marshfield. Third baseman Jason Kirk.
So, Jason Kurth comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. And the first pitch is inside for a ball. Here's the wind and the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Getch winds and fires. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Kurth struck out looking his first time up, grounded to short, and got on an error by Erickson. Here's the wind and the pitch. Check swing ball. Count goes to 3-1. And the pitch is a strike over the inside corner. Count goes full to Jason Kurth. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's the 5th strikeout for Getch. That's 11 strikeouts for Cavalier pitching. And it brings up Colton Schillinger. Schillinger is 1 for 2. He scored twice. Here's the pitch. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And he goes down. That brings up Will Lee, who's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, and he also drew a walk. And a called strike. High pop foul out of play.
That ball brought to you by YMCA of Chippewa Valley. Open Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Fridays, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And a chopper to third foul. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. Here's the pitch. High pop foul straight back. It's right behind us. Count remains 0-2 with 2 down. Here's the wind and the 0-2 pitch. High. Ball 1. Getch winds and fires, and is high for ball 2. Here's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Foul back into the screen. Count holds at 2-2. Austin Getch trying to pick up his 5th win of the season. Here's the pitch. It was inside for ball 3. The count is full. If there were runners on base, it'd be traveling time, but there aren't. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch. Foul back off the front of the press box, just off to our right. Here's the wind and the pitch. And it's high for ball 4. Lee draws a walk. Brings up Pete Earl. And Earl is 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up, but was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. So the runner takes his lead. And the throw. Line shot right at Ben Boda at short for the 3rd out of the inning. So for Marshfield, they got no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We've completed 6.5. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, and the Cavaliers are on top 6-4. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park, getting ready to head into the bottom half of the 7th inning. And leading off for the Cavs is Cooper Kapanke. And the pitch is high. And it's a called strike, so the count is now 2-1. Wind in the pitch, and that got Cooper. That is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th batter hit by Caden Schillinger. And that brings up Anthony Pogodzinski, who's been hit twice by Schillinger. And the pitch. Cooper takes off for second. He's in safely. Got a big jump off of Schillinger. Really did nothing to keep him close to the base. Kapanke takes his lead from second. And a high pop-up out into left field. And it fell behind him. He lost the ball, and it fell behind him. Cooper's rounding third. He's going to score, and Pogo checks in with a double. So we're going to have a pitching change, and we'll get that all straightened out right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are, they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right, as a thank you for your service.
Any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And the new pitcher on the mound for the Marshfield Chaparrals is Chase Higgins. And the first pitch is called a strike, and he's facing a former teammate, Ethan Kelberg. These guys are both pitchers on the UW Stout staff. Higgins at the belt. And the pitch. Chopper over to third. Throw over to first in time. Throw back to third. And they got him. Pogo tried to get from second to third on the play and was thrown out. So that goes as a five to 3 to 5 double play. And that's going to bring up Chase Yeager, the left fielder. Yeager has been hit by the pitch twice and walked once. So he has no official at-bats. There's the pitch. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Another chopper to third, foul. Just about a foot foul of third base when it landed. And the pitch. That's low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Higgins at the belt and the pitch. Chopper foul. And the pitch. And it's a foul over near the Cavalier dugout. Made a couple players scramble. And the pitch. Chopped foul. Straight back. And the count remains 2-2. 22 at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild. And the pitch to Yeager's outside for ball 3. Count goes full. And the pitch. Foul, or no, fair ball picked up by Higgins, and he's going to take it himself. That goes down as a 1 unassisted. So for the Cavaliers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We've completed 7 innings. I take that back. There was 1 run on 1 hit and no errors and nobody left on base. So all that said, we've completed 7 innings. Cavaliers 7 and the Chaparrals 4. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on Friday, July 1st, when we have the honor of bringing you the Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30 p.m. That's live CRBL All-Star Baseball on Friday, July 1st on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Austin Getch still on the mound to enter into the 8th inning. There's a little bit of action going on down in the Cavalier bullpen. I think it's Lucas Costley warming up, but as we said in the last game, sometimes he just goes down there to throw. Cassie's got the binoculars on him. Look for a number 8 down there. And she says, yep, that's him. Due up for the Chaparrals is Caden Schillinger, Luke Wirtz, and Al Lalakata.
Also, last chance for the souvenir stand. It's closing after the Austin throws the first.
And
So head on over if you need to get something. Sweatshirt, sweatshirt.
Caden Schillinger, who was the starting pitcher. I don't know if I gave you his pitching numbers. And the first pitch is a called strike. When Schillinger was pitching, he went 6+ innings, gave up 7 runs, 6 of which were earned, 6 hits, 5 walks, struck out 4, and hit 5. Foul tip back. Count goes to 0-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fly ball. This one's way back. And it's gone. Somewhere out into that dark hole of the football field, that black hole out there, it just sucked the ball in for Caden Schillinger. So Schillinger's home run makes it 7-5 Cavaliers. There's the wind and the pitch. It's inside for a ball. Wind and the pitch. And that's a called strike over the outside corner. There's the wind and the 1-1 pitch. That's low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out to Luke Wirtz. Wirtz is 1 for 3. And he fouls that one back into the net. Wirtz singled and struck out and popped out to the shortstop. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's outside, ball 3. Catch winds and fires. Liner to short, taken in by Ben Boda for the first out of the inning. That brings up Al Alicata. miss. That's not who's up. Eli Drexler is up. Here's the pitch. That caught the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Drexler goes down swinging. Back to the top of the order, Isaiah Harrell. Isaiah Byrol is 1 for 4, struck out twice, singled, scored, and grounded to short. Here's the wind and the pitch. A little bit high for ball 1. There's the wind and the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. Jaden Nix comes over hatless as usual and makes the catch. So a fly ball to right ends the inning for the Marshfield Chaparrals in the 8th. So after 7.5 innings, it's Cavaliers 7, Chaparrals 5. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Final from the CRBL, Osceola Merchants 13, Red Sox 3.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson, Ann Monroe, Cassie Johnson bringing the game to you tonight. Cavaliers on top 7-5. On the mound is Chase Higgins, and he's facing Hunter Gunther, and Gunther grounds out. For the first out of the inning, that's going to bring up Ben Boda. Actually, that was Jackson Vance, not Hunter Gunther. Jackson Vance is the one who grounded out. And the pitch is outside to Boda. Ben Boda is 1 for 3. Strike called on the outside corner. Boda singled to right and flew out twice to center field. Pitch is outside for ball 2. And the pitch. Outside for ball 3. Here's the pitch. And it's inside for ball 4. Cassie says she thought it hit him, but doesn't matter. He's going to be on first base either way. So, Ben Boda on first. Xavier Bemninster, who's 0 for 2, struck out, grounded out. He also drew a walk. Throw over to first. Boda gets back. Boda takes his lead. And the pitch. And that was behind Bemninster. Well, it's a good thing I wasn't up to bat because I had more back there than Xavier Bemninster does, and I would have got hit. Boda takes his lead. Chopper foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boda takes his lead. Bemninster gets the pitch, and it's high for ball 2. Boda off for first again. Now the pitch. It's outside. 3 balls and a strike. Boda takes a few steps off. And the pitch. And that's a called strike. Count goes full. And we have another situation where the scoreboard says 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Right? Time for a big hit now. Here's the pitch. And they called it a third strike. Bemninster thought for sure he drew the walk, but he went down looking. Ben Boda went down to second. That brings up Jaden Nix. Nix is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up to left field. There's the pitch. It's outside. Ben Boda at second. And the pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. And the pitch. Grounder right back up the middle into center field. Here comes Boda around third to score. And he's in safe, and Jaden Nix doubles into center field. And picks up the RBI. As Ben Boda came in to score. Takes us back to the top of the order with Connor O'Reilly. O'Reilly is 0 for 3. And the first pitch is a called strike at the letters. He's fouled out twice, once to the first baseman, once to the pitcher, and grounded to short. He also did draw a walk and scored a run. Here's the pitch. Strike called over the inside third of the plate. And the pitch. Chopper back out to the mound. Picked up there by Higgins. Throw over to first to Luke Wirtz and got the put out. But the Cavaliers pick up a run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 left on base. So, we've completed 8 innings, and the Cavaliers lead it 8-5. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Back here at Carson Park as we head into the 9th inning. Austin Getch still on the mound. Oh, I take that back. That's Jackson Faulkner on the mound for the Cavs, trying to pick up the save. So, Getch pitches 5 2/3 and gave up 1 run. Yes, 1 run, and it was earned. And let's see here. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And he walked 1. And he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. Pretty good outing for Austin Getch. He's still the pitcher of record. And looking to pick up the first save of the season for the Cavaliers is Jackson Faulkner. And leading off for the Chaparrals is Chase Higgins. And it's a called strike. The count goes to 1 2. Faulkner has an 8.48 earned run average. He does have a 1-0 record. Two balls, 2 strikes. He's given up 12 hits. He's also given up 12 runs, 11 of which were earned. He's walked 12, struck out 15. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Count goes full. To Chase Higgins. Ground ball to short, gets through into center field. Just out of the reach of Ben Boda, and Higgins checks in at first. That's going to bring up Jason Kurth. And Kurth is 0 for 4, struck out twice, grounded to short, and got on an error. Faulkner at the belt, and the pitch. Called strike. Faulkner looks over at first, and the pitch. Check swing ball outside. Blocked by O'Reilly. 1 ball, 1 strike. Higgins takes a lead. It's not a real big one. And the pitch. It's outside, ball 2. Faulkner stepped off and bluffed a throw over to first. And the pitch. It's inside for ball 3. And the pitch. Line shot out into left field, way back, and it's off the wall. Throw comes in quickly, throw over to second. And they did not get the tag on in time. And so sliding in with a double is Jason Kurth. Checking into third base is Chase Higgins. And that's going to bring up Colton Schillinger. Schillinger is 1 for 3, singled, fouled out, struck out, and walked. Pitch is high. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Counts even at 1-1. And the pitch. Chopper foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third, they take their leads. Jackson fires, it gets past O'Reilly, and in to score comes Chase Higgins on a wild pitch. Jason Kurth over to third, and the count is even on Schillinger at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Makes the score Cavaliers 8, Chaparrals 6. And the pitch. And again, it got by, but not far enough to make anything happen. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nothing going on down in the Cavalier bullpen. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into just beyond the infield. Erickson makes the catch, and the runners have to hold. Or runner has to hold. So 1 down. And that brings up Will Lee, and Lee is 0 for 2. Struck out twice, walked twice. And the pitch is a chopper to Erickson, who slips and falls, picks it up, throw over to first, and they got him. They got him by just a whisker. Erickson might have turned his ankle. In to score is Kurth. That's going to bring up Pete Earl, as the score is now 8-7 with the Cavaliers on top. Nobody on, 2 down. Faulkner trying to pick up the save. The 0-1 pitch. High pop foul. Out of play. Pete Earl is 1 for 3. He did double. And again, he's the one who got thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. Here's the wind, the 0-2 pitch. Inside. Here's the wind. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed and dropped. He foul tipped it, and O'Reilly couldn't hang on. So the count holds at 1-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Foul tip back into the screen. Jackson Faulkner looks in for the sign. Begins his motion and the pitch. It's low and it gets past O'Reilly. O'Reilly's had to turn around a lot of times this half inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Pete Earl at the plate. Jackson Faulkner into the wind and the pitch. That's high and inside. Count goes full. Faulkner doesn't want to put the tying run on base. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fly ball, Erickson back, he makes the catch, and that's the ball game. So, 1 run, 2 runs on, whoops, got to put these in the right place. Yeah, 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. Final score, Cavaliers 8 and the Marshfield Chaparrals 7. And the winner, or winning pitcher of today's game is Austin Getch. That'll move his record up to 5 wins and no losses. And the losing pitcher would have been, I believe, Caden Schillinger. In fact, it would. Caden Schillinger is the losing pitcher. So the Cavaliers have 8 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. And the Chaparrals 7 runs on 11 hits, and they did not commit any errors. So, final score, we'll have more when we get to talking baseball. Final score in this one, Cavaliers 8, Marshfield Chaparrals 7. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching NLWN-TV's presentation of Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Time out for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Carson Park getting ready to talk a little baseball. In a couple minutes, we'll have Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale coming up. Cavaliers pick up their 11th win of the season, moving their record to 11 wins and 6 losses with an 8-7 victory as they hang on to defeat the Marshfield Chaparrals. Chaparrals played scrappily, but didn't quite have enough to put it over the top in the 9th inning, and the Cavaliers come away with the win. Cavs used 3 pitchers to get there today. They started with Jackson Vance, who went 2 1/3 innings. He gave up 4 runs, all of which were earned, 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Then came Austin Getch, who was the winning pitcher tonight, 5 2/3 innings, 1 run, it was earned. He gave up 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And then Jackson Faulkner came in to finish off the 9th inning and pick up the save. And he got 1 inning pitched, gave up 2 runs, both of which were earned. He didn't walk anybody or strike anybody out. The Cavaliers got 8 runs on 7 hits, and they did commit 3 errors. But you've got to add on to those 7 hits the 5 batters who were hit by the pitch. I mean, after all, we do subscribe to the theory here. If you can't hit the ball, let the ball hit you. And we had 5 players. Well, it was actually 3 players because 2 of them did it twice. But we had 5 hit by pitch players, so that would have made that total up to 12. And not to mention that there were a mess of walks as well. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 walks as well. And so the Cavaliers had their share of base runners, and they moved them around pretty well and picked up 8 runs. Some of that was helped out a lot, in fact, by Ethan Kjellberg picking up his first home run of the season with a big blast, and that was in the 3rd inning that Kjellberg hit that home run. It was a 2-run shot. And don't forget, Pogo, actually same total number of bases, hit 2 doubles, and that helped pick up some runs. In fact, both of those doubles were RBI doubles, and so Pogo also picked up a couple of RBIs today. We're waiting for Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale to come up and talk with us, and as we wait, we will send it away for a message or 2. You're tuned to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How was it? Is it good?
And we're back here at Carson Park, and joining us is Pete Bartingale. And Pete, that one got a little nervous there at the end.
Yeah, I was a little nervous about this game because we haven't really worked out much in the last week. So the way the schedule is configured, we just haven't been playing a whole lot. So I was a little nervous about just where our guys would be at right now. We didn't practice yesterday because it got rained out. So we battled through it. I thought got some timely hits, and Getch once again came in and pitched really well for, 5 innings for us?
Yeah, 5 2/3, I think. Yeah, and so he got his 5th win of the season.
Yep.
And, hey, your pitching staff got a save. It was a scary save, but it was a save.
Well, I wanted to get Faulkner in there. He hasn't played. He hasn't pitched much, and that was the agenda tonight, is to get as many pitchers in as we could. And, I mean, Jackson just needs to get out there if we need him next week. So.
Well, and the thing about Jackson is, hey, if you need a setup guy or something and your starting pitcher goes 6 and you need a guy to fill in a couple innings before you bring in your closer, there's your guy.
Yeah.
Those first 2 innings, he was lights out. Of the 6 outs that he threw in those first 2 innings, all 6 were strikeouts.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you're talking Vance here now.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Vance, he just hasn't pitched a lot, so I wanted to get him out there, and maybe we put him in a tough spot, but he's going to have to pitch for us down the road. But he's a good position player, too. He's a good hitter, as we know. He's just kind of one of those guys. He's kind of a Band-Aid guy. He's got to do it all for us. But then I thought Faulkner came in at the end of the game, and I kind of see him as kind of that closer role. I don't know if he's in love with it, but he's got some good stuff. Sometimes he gets a little wild, and that's probably a little concerning.
I could see through the mask the look on Connor O'Reilly's face because he was having to dig a lot out of the dirt, and he ended up looking behind him almost as much as he was looking forward at the end of a pitch.
Yeah, well, Faulkner just hasn't pitched a lot, so that's why we wanted to get him out there and pitch tonight. And because, like I said, we're going to need him next week because going into Tilden and Osseo.
Talk about your pitchers. How about Ethan Kelberg today?
Yeah.
It wasn't in a pitcher's role, but that was a pretty nice shot over the left field fence.
He's a really good hitter, and I knew that coming into the season. I think I see him as kind of more of a two-way player than maybe Ryan did. But, yeah, he's just a really good hitter, and I think we're going to have to find ways to get him in the lineup a little bit because I think he's almost hitting over 400.
Well, he came into the game hitting 417, and let me just do a little bit of quick head math here. He went 2 for 4, so that's going to go up.
Yeah, he was a good hitter in high school. He's a good hitter in Legion, and I don't think he hit a lot last year for the Cavs.
No, I don't know that he hit at all, other than maybe early in the season.
Yeah, and that just may change this year. I think we're going to need him down the road.
And he showed he's got a little power. He's hit some doubles this year. He's been productive. So that was kind of a nice discovery in this game. Pogo had a good game at the plate. A couple of doubles, a couple of RBIs.
Yeah, Pogo, we batted him fourth tonight. He's I would call a dangerous hitter. I've known him for a long time. He can be a little up and down, but I thought he had a good night. I thought Jaden Nix has been really consistent for us all year. He's gotten some big hits, and I thought his hit in the 8th inning to get us that extra run was huge.
It turned out to be really huge.
Yeah, huge in that game for us, and he's played really well for us all year. And
yeah, he also went 2 for 4 tonight, and so his 278 is going to go up.
Yeah, I mean he's been a good player for us all year, and at times he's a role player. But we were shorthanded tonight. Noah Bryan, Vinny's still out. Campbell Kapanke's got a bad back, so we just simply have to get healthy for next Wednesday night.
And I'll tell you what, Jaden Nix never ceases to satisfy. Every fly ball he went after today, he became hatless Jaden Nix again. And so
he finds a way to make the play, but he's an infielder at Madison La Follette, so the outfield's a new position for him, and so he's doing the best he can out there.
In fact, that was kind of a web gem that he got out there early in the game, that sliding catch that he made. That was a dandy. And that was a heck of a throw when their batter, Pete Earl, hit that double to center field and tried to stretch it into to a triple, and that throw from left field was a dead strike to third base and had him dead to rights.
I'd like to say we worked on that relay for months, but
well,
I don't think we. Those guys have played so much base. Benny Boda made a nice pivot there, turn, and Ben Boda I thought played a great shortstop for us tonight. So he's on the rise. He's coming back from a bad ankle surgery, so he didn't play much at St. Norbert, but he's playing better and better each week.
Well, that one's going into the highlight reel for the game when you face Osseo a week from tonight.
Yep.
That'll be on the highlight reel in the pregame show. So, yeah, there are actually several from this game that pregame show might run long. I've got so many highlights out of this one.
Yep.
Now, you get kind of an honor coming up on Friday, don't you?
Yeah, I get to coach the All-Star game and looking forward to that Friday night. Probably coach third base, and Pete Thaler, I believe, is going to help me out, and actually coached him in Babe Ruth. So it should be fun. And I've never been a part of it, never witnessed a game, but certainly looking forward to it. And we have 6 Cavaliers playing. And
you want to go through who those are real quick?
Both Kapankis are playing. Lucas Costley, Ethan Kelberg, Connor O'Reilly, and Caden Erickson.
And you've got a couple of starters in that lineup, don't you?
Caden Erickson will start at third, and Cooper Kapanke will start at first base. So Cooper's had a great year, obviously, and so is Caden. Caden was a little off tonight. I think of the week off. He's a guy that kind of needs to keep on playing all the time. We need to find a way to, if Tilden doesn't want to play us next Sunday, we have to pick up a game that Sunday with somebody. We just can't sit after Wednesday for another week. That's just not going to work.
Well, it's on the schedule. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, they're saying they can't play, so they want to move it to the 15th. But we got to find a way to play somebody that Sunday because we're just not playing enough baseball in this great weather.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of it when you get it.
Yeah.
And although it was warm today, it wasn't stupid hot, and so it was a nice day for baseball fans. If you just sat at home and watched us on TV, great. We appreciate you being there. But boy, did you miss a beautiful day at the ballpark.
Yeah.
So don't forget to be out here on Friday when we have the All-Star game. And got a half dozen Cavaliers playing in it and coached by Cavaliers' own Pete Bartingale. And then next one up on the CRBL schedule for you is next Wednesday. And it doesn't get any easier. That's the Osseo Merchants. And last score we had, they were ahead 12-3 after 4, I think it was.
I think they won 13-3. So
okay.
Yeah, I think we're going to work out Tuesday night, and I think we're as ready as we can be, and we just need to hit maybe a little better. And I'd like to bunt drag a little bit more and do that with our 1-2-9 guys, and that'll be maybe a focus Tuesday night because the third basemen in this league are playing almost in the grass back there.
They're playing deep,
too deep, and I think we have to challenge some teams that we're not going to let them play that deep. So
I noticed Jaden Nix thought about that. In his last at bat before he hit the double.
Yeah.
He squared to bunt on the first pitch and then slaps a double. So what the heck?
Yeah.
We'll take it. If that's what happens when you look bunt, we'll take that too.
But we want to bunt drag and make infielders nervous because then they start to pull in, and then your top, your 3, 4, 5, 6 guys are going to hit it past them. So that's what we try to do.
Well, Pete, 8-7 tonight, 11-6 on the season. Congratulations, and I guess we'll talk again after the Osseo game.
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my sister in Port St. Lucie, Florida. She's got into her new house.
Hey!
She listens to you.
Our Florida crowd.
Yeah.
Way to go.
You got a big crowd in Florida listening to you, so I just want to say hi to her.
So, Cavalier parties at Pete's sister's house. Like next Wednesday night for the Osseo. We need all the support we can get, so let's have a big Cavalier party down in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
She's a big Wapatuli girl, so she likes.
Hey, sounds even. I might even go down for that.
Thanks a lot, Rick.
All right, thank you, Pete. And we'll have more Talkin' Baseball right after this timeout. You're tuned in to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Gonna wrap up talking baseball tonight as the Cavs come out on top by a score of 8-7 over the Marshfield Chaparrals. Moves the Cavalier regular season record to 11-6 overall. Winning pitcher was Austin Getch, taking his record to 5-0. Losing pitcher was Caden Schillinger for the Chaparrals. And our thanks to Pete Bartengale for coming up for a little conversation with us. Hey, don't forget, the next game that's going to be broadcast right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV is going to be on Friday as we proudly bring you the Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game from right here at Carson Park. Live coverage will begin at 6:30 with the In the Dugout show, with live play-by-play action starting at 7 o'clock. Our next Cavalier game on NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network's audio service will be next Wednesday, 1 week from tonight. That's July 6th, as the Cavaliers travel to Osseo, to John Soiney Field in Osseo to take on the first place Osseo Merchants. And by the way, if you have not watched a game from John Soiney Field down in Osseo, you owe it to yourself to go there. Aside from here at Carson Park, that is probably the nicest field we've been to in the CRBL. And let's see, our live coverage of that game with the Osseo Merchants will begin at 6:30 with the In the Dugout show, and live play-by-play action will start at 7 o'clock. Hey, veterans, don't forget the Eau Claire Cavaliers want to remind you that if you're a veteran of the United States military, you can get a lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games simply by coming to Carson Park with your veteran's identification, and the Cavaliers will happy to issue you your lifetime pass. That, of course, does not count for the All-Star game because that is not technically a Cavalier home game. That's a league game. But the Cavs will give you that lifetime pass, and they'll be really happy to do it. So it's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service. Hey, today's Geno's player of the game was Ethan Kelberg, and Ethan hit a home run in the third inning. So everyone who mentions Ethan's name out at Geno's Pizza tomorrow will get a free appetizer. That's limited one per table. And don't forget, he got the extra base hit, so get yourself that appetizer. And we just might have to do that. She's been waiting for this. Hey, today's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball game is brought to you by Geno's Pizza, right next to Action City. Voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row. Midwest Environmental Consultants, lawn care and soil testing experts for the Chippewa Valley. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, comfort food the way Mom used to make it. Callista Salon on Water Street in Eau Claire. Call 715-864-5332 for a reservation. Muldoon's Menswear on Hastings Way, where the well-dressed men of Eau Claire shop. And Royal Credit Union, where they're different in a good way. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. You've been tuned to, for Cassie Johnson, Ann Monroe, and Jeremy DeGrosse. This is Rick Olson. Final score once again, Cavaliers 8 and the Marshfield Chaparrals 7. You've been tuned to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Talkin' Baseball, a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV.